So I told everyone that I was do a tutorial on how to use pastels with your miniatures. So first let me show you, this is a Stampin' Up! Pastel palette, and I just got this off of eBay. It was originally intended for use for scrapbooking, so it's acid free, it won't yellow or discolor your minis, and it's a high quality, very soft pigments. You can see that the pigment comes right off if you touch it. And I just use my brush to paint onto the miniatures with that. Then the second thing I'm going to show you is this is a soft pastel stick of artist quality soft pastels. And again, very highly pigmented and very soft. Rembrandt artist quality. You want artist quality because again, they're the highest quality. They're the most soft, and it will be the easiest. You won't get little streaks. And the last thing, and this is an actual miniature painting product by Secret Weapon, and it's called, they're just pigments, and this one's called Exhaust Black, and it makes great exhaust stuff on weapons, and you can also use it for soot. So well, I will show you, I'll demonstrate on my different minis on how I'm going to use those techniques. So for the pastels, I'm going to demonstrate on this dark sword miniature, this frog. And I don't want to blend with paint, so I decided I want to use pastel. So I'm going to rub my brush against the pastels just like you would a paint palette. And then I'm going to just brush it against his face. And it might take a couple layers to get it to where you want it. And the other side. There we go. And if I need to use a stiffer brush to pick up more of the pastel, I can. There we go. It's not if it's not dark enough, you use a different color. That's a little better. Red and green tend to cancel each other out, so it wasn't showing up right away with the lighter peach. Okay. And then maybe for the underside of his chin, I might make this a little more yellow. And it's subtle, but it's something that you wouldn't necessarily have with the paints. Alright, secondly, we have the Rembrandt Stick, and with this you're going to need your hobby knife. And see how I'm scraping? I'm just getting dust off, and I'm not scraping very hard. In fact, these sticks will last you pretty much forever if you do it this way, because you're not going to use a whole lot, and it's so pigmented that you don't need a lot. You don't. So once I have a little pile of pastel dust, I can put that away and get out my brush, and you can see here where I have, this is not paint at all. I completely brushed it with the powder. And you can get an idea, if I had a rust colored one, I could dust rust on armor. With this I could do different layers. Let's say I wanted to go over here and just for contrast, see how I got the pink. So you can, this is resin. There's no primer on this. What you want to do to keep it from dusting off before you paint is seal it with Testors Dullcote. It has a tooth that actually holds onto the pastel and keeps it on your mini from dusting off. I also want to mention that you can get some neat effects from doing a spray of the Testors Dullcote over a layer of the pastels, and then doing another layer of pastels, and you can build up color slowly with different layers. Now here's my mini. Let's say I want his cloak to be muddy at the bottom. See how that, you don't need a lot. And I might vary a couple colors if I wanted to, but that gives you an idea of how you can mix that with your paints. For my last demonstration, I'm going to use the Secret Weapon Pigment Exhaust Black with the Bones Mini. He's a trooper. I'm just gonna, you really do not need much of this. This stuff is really pigmented. And I'm just going to brush this on the end of his gun so that he has what looks like some gunpowder gunpowder blast marks on his gun, on his weapon. And again, I would fix each mini. This is the last step of every miniature. You do not want to, well, you could use pastels but you're going to need to fix it before if you paint. But for the most part, pastel should be your last step, and then seal it. Alright, so that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, leave comments and I will definitely answer them. And so, thanks, and let me know what you think.